Hi, here at Benham TV we often talk about AFTAL, A-F-T-A-L. You wonder, what is AFTAL? AFTAL is a very established, very respected autograph trade dealers association. But when you see that name, you know that that means that everything we bring you comes with the utmost top provenance. You'll get a certificate of authenticity, you get a lifetime guarantee, and you can buy safe in the knowledge that with that AFTAL name and the items we bring you, get the real thing. Hiya, yes, the boys are back. The team are here, the tag team of the year. I'm not sure what year it was, but it's good to have you back, Mr. Andy Woodward, the man himself.
Nice to be here, mate.
Star of stage and screen. You've seen him in lots of productions. Look for him in pantomime as well, I think, isn't it, this year?
I hope. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Probably Wigan.
Could play the Ugly Sisters.
Yeah, I've got a beautiful one. I've been
yeah.
Sleeping Beauty. No. But anyway, it's great to have your company. Gary Gazza Ashburn, we're here with you again on Benham TV with some fabulous programmes. This one, of course, is Soccer Legends, and we have got some legends.
Just some nice stuff tonight, mate. Some real quality, up to the minute stuff.
Unbelievable. If you are new to us here on Benham TV, great to have your company. Keep an eye out for these shows. If you miss them, you can go on the website, www.benham.tv, and you can pick the shows. It's like watching on demand. You can select what shows you want to watch, when you want to watch them, anywhere in the world. So it's great. You can tell your friends, your family, tune in and get some really good collectibles. Now, again, just briefly, you'll see at the beginning there, we saw that mentioning about AFTAL. Now, Andy, AFTAL, just briefly, is really, I always describe it as the #1 for collectors, in that basically when you're buying autographs, you know that you've got the guarantees with that AFTAL name.
That's right.
It is real.
AFTAL are based in the UK. You've got UACC. They're based more in America. Well,
yeah.
AFTAL is more, it is English based, and it's more in touch with what's going on in the UK. I mean, you wouldn't have an American, expert knowing a Harry Kane autograph or stuff like that. Where it's English based, and like you say, Gaz, it's your guarantee. It gives you the guarantee out there that everything is 100% genuine.
So important when you're buying collectibles. You don't have to buy them here. But the great thing is when you do, they're 100% real and they are genuine. And you have all that proof. Keep the certificates, keep all the paperwork that comes with it. And it really, well, without being smug, in years to come, it could add considerably to the value simply because you've got the proof that it's real.
That's right. With provenance and everything that comes with any item you buy, always keep it with it, your receipt, your certificate and everything, because like you say, in future, if you go on to sell anything on, you need that with it.
You do.
Yep.
But what we've got to do, loads to show you. Going to zip up, shut up, dive in it and show you some of the items. First of all, this man, what can we say that hasn't been said? This is 300 324. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. It comes in a fabulous case with the photographs there, and it's a personally signed football boot. There's the price on there for you on the screen, £289.99, and the UK postage and packing is there on the screen. If you are buying from overseas, do go to the call centre or check through the website and they give you the accurate prices for overseas. Tell us a little bit about that, Andy, because there's even a photo of him in there.
It's a nice little photo of Ronaldo signing that for us. That was got quite a few years back at Carrington. The old Carrington when he was playing at Manchester United. It's a little mini Nike replica boot that he actually was wearing at the time. Wow. Can I just say...
Small feet, isn't he?
Well, so I say it's a miniature boot. The other ones you'll see later on are larger boots, but this one's a miniature. And like I say about this item, all the boot cases you're going to see tonight are all exclusive to this channel on this show. There's nobody else has these cases that they're presented in.
And I think we could probably go in a bit closer there and show the actual signature for you, can't we? Because at the end of the day, that gives you an idea of exactly what you're looking for, isn't it?
Well, that's it. On Cristiano Ronaldo, the later he was at Manchester United, getting towards the end of his time there, he changed from a longer signature just to a CR. Yeah. You can literally date his career for how long he was there to the signature. As you know, Cantona changed his signature when he left United.
A lot of them do that.
A lot of them do that. Well, it goes on. Any of these celebrities, they could do a full signature, but when they're in a rush and there's millions of people trying to get them, it's usually just the initials.
Sure.
But that's a fantastic item, that one.
It's a great item. And these cases, I've never seen these before, Andy, for the boots. Great way of putting the store in them. And basically put it out and hang it on the wall, didn't you?
They're ready to hang. They're just ready to go, these. They're exclusively made for us by a lad up in Newcastle Nobody else will have this. You buy one of these, you get this, you put it on your wall. Like you say, nobody else will have that in the world.
It's certainly going to turn heads. Your number 300, 324. We'll move on because we've got loads to show you. Do remember, though, do check the website, www.benham.tv. Everything in this show is on there. You can watch the entire show if you join it halfway through or wherever. Or alternatively, you can actually just go on there, go down the side, the screen in the menu, and you can select which show you want to watch and when you want to watch it. So it's great. And you will see extra soccer items because with Andy's help, like all the genres of different shows we do, we're constantly putting new items on there. They come, they go, etc. Now moving on to somebody else. This guy again has set the Premiership alight. This is 300,675. Mohamed Salah, the man himself, personally signed boot again in the case. This one a little more affordable, but of course the reason for that is I guess it's a little bit more easier to get hold of.
Well, that's it. Salah is currently your must-have. If you're a Liverpool fan, I mean, he's breaking all sort of records with his goal scoring. As we know, he was across earlier on at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And Mourinho, again, in his wisdom, let him go.
Yeah, it never happened, did it?
Well, he had a couple of games. I remember him when he first come across. He was always a talent. Now he's blossomed, and like I say, he's your must-have Liverpool player.
Sure.
Again, what we try and do, well, what we always do with the boots is, it's the particular boot that they wear. If they're Adidas, it's on that. If it's a Nike, whichever boot it's on, we will tend to get the player on that, because we find a lot of the times, if you offer a player a Nike boot and he wears Adidas, he won't sign it.
No, sure, yeah, he wants something that relates to them.
And that's two great images on that case as well.
Yeah.
And you like to say, you've got your authentic nameplate on there, your boot mounted. They just look fantastic. And the thing is, you say, Gaz, they're ready to go.
They are. It is just amazing. If you know a Liverpool fan, you can't go wrong. No. Maybe you're buying something, you think you want to buy a special present or a gift. You don't have to be a collector. If you know someone, maybe it's a birthday, anniversary, a wedding, maybe they're leaving, maybe they live abroad, or you just the old thing, you just say, hey, I love you.
Thanks, mate.
I don't love him, but I love you.
That's not what you said yesterday. Wait, listen, we were saying about that, the great point you make is, chip together, somebody living out in Australia, expat, because we get a load of supporters, we get a load of mail from abroad, don't we? People will love this. It's going to be a great surprise present.
Yeah, fabulous. They'll never forget it. Never, ever. You're right. Forget the pants, the Yankees. Buy them something they want. They'll love you forever, male or female. But this guy banging them in, that boot's banged in at this current time we're talking, over 30 goals already this season.
Yeah, he scored again at the weekend. I say he's red hot, and like I say, red and hot. You know, I mean, that's great for them. But that's a must-have for any Liverpool fan.
Gotta be. 300,675. Mohamed Salah there. Great boot. Comes in the case. Everything, you'll get the certificate of authenticity like you do with all of the signed items. You'll get all the proof, and the provenance, so you know, is 100% genuine. No ifs, no buts. That is the real McCoy. Can't go wrong. Moving on from Mohamed Salah to a player from down my end of the world, of course. They always say I was a bit of a Sloane Ranger, don't they? Or was that the Lone Ranger? I'm not sure. But, of course, this is Eden Hazard, who's, again, a great player for Chelsea. And, of course, at the time we're recording this, there's a lot of people looking forward to seeing him playing for Belgium in the World Cup.
Yeah, they should have a strong World Cup. Yeah, we've got the World Cup this year leading into it. And most of these players we got on tonight will be playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, Eden Hazard, he's had a great season. Nice one about that boot. He signed it in blue for us.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's nice to go with the shirt. So it looks a bit different.
Yeah.
Again, it's the Nike boot. It's what he wears. There's a couple of great images of him there in your case. It's just fantastic. These are must-haves for if you're a true fan of the football club. He's the top man there. Yeah. You've got to have it on your wall.
I mean, I suppose if you're an England fan looking at the World Cup, you think, oh my God, I hope he's not on too good a form, because this guy could destroy us. He's so good.
I think there's lots of players out there who can destroy us.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, we won't go me and you and all, isn't it? But we won't go into that. Yeah, especially if we had a couple of sherbets. But anyway, can't go wrong. Eden Hazard could be yours. Any Chelsea fan, Belgium fan, or just collector of serious soccer memorabilia would love to get their hands on that. 300, 336. Eden Hazard could be yours. Hanging on your favourite wall in your favourite place, your home, your office, maybe in the business. They look stunning. £229.95 brings it in that case, ready to display, and just drool, doesn't it? Eh? You drool when you saw that. And talking about drool, I suppose, and moving on to another English player who has become a world star virtually, isn't he?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he gets on in the World Cup with the, the hype about, and obviously he's a great player. But this is 335. Harry Kane, who plays, of course, for your favourite club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah, right.
Personally signed football boot in a display case, and again, great item. Tell us a little bit. So tell us a little bit, the viewers. With an item like this, I know we can't give away too many secrets, but how much time sometimes would you spend? How many man hours would your guys have to spend to just get something like that?
Well, we go back a long way, Gaz, as we know, years and years and years. When we first started out in the business, you could go to a training ground and you know yourself, you could get half a dozen shirts signed in one go to sell straight away. They're ready to go. Now it can take you 6 or 7 trips to a training ground to get one shirt signed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the players and any sports personalities now are aware of eBay, all these places where stuff's getting sold. They're realising that stuff is being sold. I remember, if you remember back in the old days, we used to get a lot of the professional players watch us on a different channel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They used to tell us, you know what I mean? They used to watch us.
Find the value of their signature.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's nowadays it's getting more and more difficult. It takes... again, like I said to you, I know it's arguing, but old days it was fairly simple. Now, because they're all aware, social media, everything, everywhere stuff's being sold, they're aware of it now, or they're being made aware of it. And stuff that was easy to get before, as you know yourself, a lot of the stuff you've got to go to paid signings now.
Yeah,
and then it gets it out of the region of the ordinary customer, and they just can't afford it.
And it is so important with buying collectibles. I know if you've heard it a million times from my chubby chops, but basically, if you buy a house, you always do a survey. Right. If you buy a car, check the service history. Buy a dog or horse, check the pedigree. What do you do with collectibles? You need to, wherever you get them, your first question is, how can you prove to me that that is real? That's your number question. How can you prove to me that is real? Well, we can. And you get all that paperwork, keep it all together. It is a must. But moving on from Harry Kane, and then a great player, isn't he? He's done so well, Harry Kane.
Done well with Susan.
We're moving on to something a little different now. There we have it, of course. This is 300-319. This is the Chelsea... these come, the team mounts there, ready like that. Basically, what we've got with these, Andy, they're normally either action shots or team photographs like that. But basically, around the mount, each one of those signatures is hand-signed. Each player's held that in their hand and personally signed it, isn't it, Andy?
That's right. Just a quick up on the photo, Gaz. If anybody was requesting a specific photo they wanted, we can supply that photo within reason, obviously, if they can offer something really obscure. But if it's a celebration of a cup, or whatever, or a goal, or whatever you wanted, we can actually supply the photo within the mount. That one we just put on as a general celebration. I mean, it's just going round the
mount.
The mount there. I mean, we got Chelsea one on this one.
Yeah.
It's going round. It's like you got Fabregas signed at the bottom, David Lewis up the side. They're everyone's going to be unique, remember?
Yeah,
because none of these two are the same.
No, that's the key thing. But the thing that's really important to remember, although they are, each one's unique, so that means the one that you buy, nobody else in the world has it. You're the only person who has it. They may have similar signatures, they may have most of the same ones, but they're all going to be in, excuse me, in different places, aren't they, around the mount?
That's right. No two mounts are the same, because like I say, particular days you can go and get these things signed. Different set of players might come out. So they're not all the same, as you say. Each one is unique.
Yeah.
And each one is special. And like you say, they've touched that. The players actually touched that. You know, you got a little moment in time there.
Sure. And each one of these still comes with an actual map of the individual item. Is that
what
right?
we do is on the reverse, when you get it, there'll be a map that literally where it pinpoints each autograph is. It'll be written behind actually who they are on it.
Yeah. So that's great, isn't it? Because if you've got something like that and you want to show off, you're bound to show off, and you go, look, they go, wow, where'd you get that? But then they go, is so-and-so on it?
Yeah,
and half the time you don't know, do you? Well, this is a great touch that you've brought in, Andy, over the last couple of years, because it does give you the opportunity to actually say who signed it and where they signed it.
Well, we found, like I say, with people send us items through the post, or they send us images, can you tell us who signed this? Even though half the time they got it themselves, they've forgotten who they got at the time. They're asking us now, because as you can see, a lot of the players now tend to sign, I mean, again, some of the signatures, they're just squiggles, and they put a name under Lucky, so you actually know who it is.
Yeah.
But over the years, you get to know them.
Some of the continental players used to write their squad number, which helped a bit as well, didn't they?
That's a lot of them tend to do that now. But what is funny, we used to get some of the players, and you'd get something dedicated. So you could, when they first come here, if they don't speak English, you could write anything on the card. And they'd copy it onto the photo. So we used to put some naughty things on the cards for them to write on the photos. And there was none the wiser.
No, don't tell them. That's a little secret. Don't tell anyone. A little secret between us. Anyway, if you're not a Chelsea fan and a Sloane Ranger like me, gadding around King's Road. No, I don't think so. You're right. Moving on, of course, from Chelsea, we go across London to another side's been really come up, haven't they, in the last couple of years? Tottenham Hotspur. This is 300-467, same story, an action photo there, the squad. Personally signed. In other words, they're not a printed signatures. They're not facsimile. They're not done with what they call an altar pen. Andy's company, and of course through Aftal, guarantee that each one of them signatures is personally signed by the individual player. The players held that in their hands and personally signed it, as we say, just for you.
And like you say on this one, your main characters have to be on your Ericsson, Harry Kane, Dele Alli. They're all on there. Loris. I mean, if you look onto our right hand side there, that's Harry Kane sloping upwards. Above him is Loris, then Dele Alli. Let's say Pochettino, all your main people you'd want to be on that.
Sure.
That's what we tend to go for. Your big names first, and then you work backwards on that. As long as your top stars are on,
of course,
that's what everybody wants.
Yeah. So if you're a Tottenham fan, obviously, again, do have a think about it. If you want to buy that fabulous gift for someone you know who's a true Tottenham fan, you couldn't go wrong. Whatever club they support, if we've got these, they're going to love you forever. They'll never forget it. And you can remember and tell them, Benham TV, that's the place to look for these great items and these great shows on this channel. Do dig in there, but don't miss out. Remember, we don't have big stocks of any of these, though. So once they're gone, you may not get the same image again. You may be able to get a different one.
That's right.
There's no guarantee it'll be the same image or the same autographs, because remember, they're all individual. But there's your Tottenham one. Moving on from Tottenham to these boys, of course, they've set the Premiership alight this season. They Manchester City.
Yeah. Again, I mean, they've had it sewn up well before the end. Man City did. A fantastic side, some great young talent there. Again, on this one, if you're looking across from the bottom left to right, you've got David Silva on. At the top, you've got Raheem Sterling, Pep Guardiola next to him. All your top players, De Bruyne, Aguero, they're all on this. And like I say, as we said, that's a nice celebration photo. That's we won the league. You've got a great photo there in the middle, all celebrating.
Oh, can we see down there, for example, maybe some of them signatures?
Yeah, that's Raheem Sterling there. You can see just at the top there. That one goes through the camera now.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola.
All right.
I mean, you start going down further on down there. De Bruyne. You start coming down.
So these are all the big names that have set them alight.
All the big names. All the big names are on. That's what we tend to start with. The bottom there, you've got David Silva. Yeah. Going up the other way.
Good player.
It just comes across a little bit more. You see David Silva come in, again, number 21. So you know that one is straight away. Yeah. And just going up the middle of this one is Aguero. He's had a great season.
He's a great player.
He's a fantastic player. He has been over the years. There he is, Aguero. Yeah. He just puts his first name in the number 10. I mean, most of the times they'll put the number on so you can identify it yourself. But we do put the map on the back so you know exactly who signed it.
Remember, if you have joined us, great to have your company here on Benham TV with a great Soccer Legends show with me, great old mate Andy Woodward here. And I know a lot of you have been looking forward to seeing us back together. We call it the Ugly Sisters. You might call it the Boys, but whatever you want to call us, we don't care. But it's great to have your company and bring you these fabulous soccer items that you can buy, remember, safe in the knowledge they're 100% real. You can buy them cheaper elsewhere. You can buy them on the internet. But the first question is, how do I know they're real? That's your first question. And sadly, a lot of them on these internet sites are fake. We guarantee when you buy them here that they are real. I mean, Aftal, as we've said before, I mean, you saw it maybe at the beginning of the show. I mean, they do actually authenticate things like the police, the trading stands, isn't they? Other auction houses.
They all look after themselves. It's like a body that, looks into, if any complaints against Aftal, you complain against any dealer or anything like that, they will take it up. I mean, if you've got you don't have to be a member of Aftal. If you've got something you don't think is genuine, you can contact Aftal and they will help you out, put you in the right direction if the item's wrong or right. regardless of whether you're a member or a dealer or whatever. Any member of the public can do that.
Yeah. We'll have to move on though. It's got loads to show you. We've got to whip for it. Coming up, of course, this is taking you to, I always say to hybrid, but that's my age. This, of course, is Arsenal, 300, 683. Same idea, £184.99. Same thing, this is your boys, isn't it? Now, of course, we just heard at the time we've done this show that Arsene is on his way at long last. You know, we won't go into that. He has been successful.
He's been a great manager over the years. The thing that worries me about Arsenal, I've been a gooner all my life. Worries me about Arsenal now is what happens. I mean, do they go like Man United, do they bet half a dozen managers in 10 minutes? That's not Arsenal's way. It never used to be United's way. He's a great manager, Wenger. He's done fantastic for the club. OK, it's time to move on, but I don't think you'll find he's going to be sitting with his feet up at home now. He'll get another job straight away. But again, we got, you know, all the main stars on this one. You got your Ozil, you got Aubameyang, you got Lacazette. You've even got Arsene Wenger's on this one as well.
Oh wow!
So that's again pretty unique because you won't get that again with him on.
Sure.
I mean,
which over the years, sorry to interrupt you, but over the years that would add to the value or the interest, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Because obviously, if it's his last season, everybody's going to want something from now. If it's 2 seasons ago, it's not quite the same, is it? Because that's the last thing, and probably one of the last things he'll ever sign.
But the thing is, do you know, like if a player leaves a club, let's say Liverpool with Coutinho. Nobody wants Coutinho no more because he's left.
Yeah.
It's different when it's a manager because, as you know, there's still a huge demand for Fergie.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, people like him, they're legends, and he'll go down as an all-time legend of the club.
Without doubt. There it is. It's your Arsenal mount there. It's 300, 683. Again, same as the others you've seen before. It comes to you mounted and everything. The great action team photo there.
Yeah.
Personally, starting, remember, it will come with a map identifying the signatures on your own individual shirt. So no one else will have that shirt. You're the only person in the world to own that one. They make fabulous gifts. They really, really do. Yep. Moving on from Arsenal, we're talking now about football shirts. And now we're going, these are becoming harder and harder to get. This one, of course, is Manchester United football shirt, multi-sign. These, I'll just give you the number first. So it's 300, 677, £289.95. But these are becoming increasingly difficult to put together, aren't they?
That's right.
Because, you know.
It's like we were saying before, logistically, they're getting harder and harder because some of the players are more reluctant to sign them. Yeah. I mean, and that's because they know the value and, you know, it's just getting getting a minefield now. So we tend not to get many, you know, multi-sign shirts anymore. The single signature is what people want. Yeah. Multi-signatured ones are to justify the price.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really do it. I mean, the price on there, it's double that, at least the aggravation of getting them now.
Yeah, and we know also, like we both do, I mean, you do loads, I know you do loads for charity, and you're on the board of a charity as well. But I mean, also you go to charity events, and with all due respect, the price for that, put it in a frame, hang it up, it's probably going to be at least £500 or upwards. I mean, I've seen them go for loads more, haven't you? The multi-sign ones at charity.
Yeah, we put in some of the big charities, Soldiering On, and different ones. Yeah. I mean, they've had some fantastic prices. Got, you know, for single signed or this type of item.
Yeah, can't go wrong. So once again, that shirt, the shirt that you get, if you're a Man U fan, will once again have a map explaining who's signed and where they've signed it. So it can't go wrong, can you? You can't beat it. You can put it in a frame of your own choice and hang it where you want, when you want, or of course pass it as a gift to somebody. They're going to love it forever. Yeah. But that's your Manchester United. Also, we have as a signed shirt this next one, which of course is going back to Anfield, Liverpool. Now, Liverpool had a pretty good season this year now, haven't they, in the end, with, Salah and the way they've turned out.
The way it's panned out from this season, they're going to, you know, they're not challenging City because we know they've already won it, but they're the nearest to them with United. So next season with a couple of different players in, who knows next year. I think they're going to be chasing City again. But Liverpool, again, they've had a fantastic season. Champions League, we don't know. You know, and then that puts that into a completely different, you know, price range. I mean, if they're winning the Champions League, you'd want double, treble that for that shirt with the players that have won it.
That's
because they're so unique then.
Yeah. And to be honest, without being critical, we're not here to criticise players, but being blunt, earlier in the season, the so-called touchline experts and everybody, they would be talking about basically the attack of Liverpool has been frightening all season. But it's been more the boys at the back, the defence, it's been a little less questionable at times, isn't it? And a little bit more erratic.
Yeah, yeah.
And without that, had they had that attack firing, the defence firing as well as
beginning,
the attack,
yeah.
they'd have been right up there probably in the top, you know, much closer.
Well, that's the thing with Liverpool.
Anyway.
They score 3 goals and that's 4 in.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that's what. But then again, how much of the Premier League's been like it this season?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? City can get turned over by a team you didn't expect it, like Liverpool, beaten quite comfortably twice.
Yeah.
That's what's happened this season.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
But it's been a strange one for Liverpool.
Yeah, it certainly has. But again, do remember all of these items, if you have a look, go to the website www.benham.tv. You'll see all of the items. You can actually watch any of the shows we do here at Benham.tv. We've got boxing, we've got all sports, and moving away from sport, we've got things like James Bond, Game of Thrones, music, whatever it is, all your genres of collecting, you're going to love it. Just have a little look there. And do remember, you can follow www.benham.tv. Go on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram. You can follow us. We'd love to intermingle with you. Many of the people who work with us here will also answer them. Particular questions you've got, fire them off and we'll try and get back to you on that. But moving on, and from the football shirts, moving on to some more sort of, you know, Benham traditional items that we think that people probably are more associated with. This is 300,679. This is actually a first day commemorative cover that was done in honour of Jimmy Greaves, and it's actually personally signed by Jimmy Greaves. And the price there is, ignore that at the moment, but of course that's Jimmy Greaves. Great item, isn't it? Again, personally signed by the man himself.
I mean, over the years, I mean, say, being a Gooner, being an Arsenal man, lovely, but you can appreciate Jimmy Greaves. He's one of the best players of all time, one of the greatest goal scorers. Sadly, he's not been well the last couple of years.
No, sure.
But he's a fantastic player, Jimmy Greaves. Whoever you support, Jimmy Greaves is Jimmy Greaves. He's an absolute legend. Great signature there, and that's a really nice item. A very, very nice item.
I mean, at £39.95,
it's a
that is
fantastic
a fabulous buy, isn't it? With his signature and everything on. It's, again, what? $39.95 for that, can't go wrong, and it's framed and everything, isn't it? Ready to just take it.
So when you look at the price of that, well, that's produced that.
Yeah.
That you got to buy it. Do you know, I say it's like we said with some of these items. You don't have to support a particular team.
No.
You know what I mean? It's just people collect boots, people collect first day covers. This is one you've got to have in your collection.
You've got to. Jimmy Greaves, great player.
Fantastic
He was at Chelsea when he Tottenham, played, of course, was it Milan?
Milan.
Milan, wasn't it? He went to.
Like I say, great player.
Yeah, he was. Do get that. Of course, this is a true soccer legend. And again, if you're one of the older generation, and maybe you grew up with him, what a player he was. 300,679, that Jimmy Greaves frame commemorative cover. Again, at a great price, £39.95. Moving along there from Jimmy Greaves to another fabulous player. This, of course, is George Best. Now, what you've got there, I'll just give you the number. It's 300,680. This is, again, a fabulous price, £25, all frame. But each one of these, do you remember, they're actual pieces of film, actually of George Best in action. So you can actually look at that, and each one of them is an actual image of George Best in action. So it's a great honour, it's a sort of a way of commemorating what is a fabulous footballer, isn't it?
He's a great player, George Best. To me, personally, they say Pele, all these different people. George Best is the best player ever for me.
Yeah.
He's a great. I met him a few times. Lovely fella. He was the best George Best. I know best, but you know what I mean. He was fantastic. He could do anything, that geezer. With the ball. He was magical.
Amazing. And as you say, a lovely guy, very humble if you met him.
Yeah, really nice fella. Really nice.
Fella.
Some great images from over the years with him playing at United. Different little styles he went through, but whatever style he went through, it was George Best. And if he hadn't have been that genius, all right, we know where he went, we know where he ended up. But any of these people who have this fantastic talent, they're a little bit wayward. They're not like you and me, Jess.
No,
you know what I mean?
no.
They have that little something about them that makes them be that genius.
Well, it's difficult. It must be really difficult to differentiate between what is a friend, what's an acquaintance, and what's a hanger-on. But,
well, everybody wanted to be his friend. We know when we've been out, when we've seen him, everybody wanted to buy him a drink, everybody wanted to be his friend. But not because of any reason, because it was George Best. He just wanted
he's just an iconic legend.
He was great. He was a great player and a lovely man.
Yeah, 300-680 will buy a piece of true soccer history of one of our true legends here, really in the world. Great price, very, very affordable, £25 will bring you that. Then we're moving back to the football boots in the case, and of course to Eric Cantona. This is 300-323. Again, you'll get that boot there, personally signed by Eric Cantona. We can probably go in there and look at that signature a bit deeper. And once again, comes in the display case with the photograph. Great item, Andy. How'd you get these with someone like Eric Cantona? You know, he's now retired.
Well, he comes across a few times a year. We know, like a friend of ours, Terry Baker. Terry brings them across. Different people bring them across for. You do a little run of shows in the UK. You know, talks and question and answers, sign autographs. Cantona, all the years I've known him, he's always will sign an autograph.
Yeah.
He would always, at the old days at the Cliff, he would always stop to sign an autograph. If he didn't, he'd tell you, I've got to go. But he was fantastic.
Yeah.
A great sign, and he still does now. He still won't. Good, isn't he? He doesn't like walking past you in the street if you ask for an autograph. Even if he's in a hurry, he would do it. That signature you see there, Eric Cantona, as it's there as you see it. In the old days when he was playing, as you know, he didn't sign like that.
No.
He had like a swirly signature, which was completely different. Yeah. When he became an actor, when he finished playing football, that's how he started signing. Wow. And that caught a lot of the fakers out. Yeah. Because they were still doing stuff current with the old autograph on that he wasn't doing.
Yeah.
And that caught a lot of people out that one. But that's a great signature. And you can read it, Eric Cantona.
Can't go wrong, the man himself, the French legend, eh? What a man himself. He was talent personified, wasn't he? 300-323. Great item. Will bring you a piece of true Manu and French history. Look at that, eh? What a gift. Anyone, do you remember, maybe if you've got friends who live abroad, family, maybe they've got a few bob, maybe they'll have a lovely lifestyle, expats or something. You know, it's like you never know what the hell to buy them.
Yeah, it's nice
Club together, get them something they'll never ever forget, and they will remember when you buy that gift. It's well worth doing it. Obviously, some of them are considerable purchases. Club together, but buy them something they really, really want and they'll never forget.
As well as that, guys, you've got to remember, these items, when you say buy it, they never... They're, you know, you can earn off of these in the future. They're never going to go down in value. They'll only increase a lot of these.
That's
especially
right.
like
we do know this time of the year as well. Some of the, you know, the amateur or semi-pro clubs.
Yeah, for the end of season. Yeah.
End of season awards, and maybe you have a raffle or maybe you have an auction or something. A lot of these items we know are bought like that because they know when they get them here they're real and they'll actually do it, and you can actually turn it into a profit. Yeah. Obviously, we can't guarantee that. Don't buy them really purely for profit, but a lot of people do that for that very reason, don't they?
Yeah, we get a lot of people onto us for like end of season dues.
Yeah.
You know, big clubs, small clubs, all over the country. They'll buy one nice item like this, and they can raise quite a few quid on these type of items.
Certainly can normally. Moving on though, from Eric Cantona, a bit more back to the current again, back with your boys. Of course, he's been a big success in a very short time at Arsenal, hasn't he?
Well,
I don't know how to pronounce it.
And Banyang.
Yeah, right, I'll leave that one with you.
Once you've had a couple of pints, it can be anything.
Comes out right, yeah. So, 300-682. Again, same story, great boot, personally signed, images of him playing, and just ready to hang on your wall.
Well, I think next season he'll come into his own. Little bit of introduction in this year. He scored a couple of goals. He's a great young talent, but he's not as young as what you... I think he's getting towards the wrong end of 2020s now. He's not a young lad.
He? Oh, he's a bit...
He's an established player. Ish. Yeah. I'm about his age around the waist.
Yeah.
in these years.
I ain't going to go there.
But I'd say if you look at him for next season, you know he's come on. Lacazette will settle in. Hopefully, new manager comes in.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same nucleus of players. I mean, there's some they've got to get rid of, but this lad, potentially, he could be the next Henry.
He really could. Well, we'll move on. We've still got loads and loads to show you. We've got really is ram-packed, this show. Moving on now, back to a piece of English history. Yep. This is 300-681. Great framed and mounted item showing Bobby Moore, who was the England captain, sadly no longer with us, sadly passed away many years ago. He was captain of West Ham and he played alongside the guy who signed it and scored a hat-trick in that final, Sir Geoff Hurst. Sir Geoff Hurst has personally signed, so that's Sir Geoff's personal signature, again not a copy, hand signed. Great image of Bobby Moore, and for a West Ham fan as well, that's like the holy grail.
Well, you're looking at the picture there, you've got Bobby Moore kissing the Jules Verne, made a trophy.
Yeah.
You've got Martin Peters to his left, Geoff Hurst to his right.
Martin Peters
it's three West Ham players. Yeah. Great signature of Geoff Hurst, the only English player to ever score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. that to happen again, there's more chance of you and me walking on the moon and that happening again. That ain't going to happen.
No.
That's a piece of history there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great autograph, Jeff Hurst, which has been his consistent autograph over the years.
Yeah.
Great image of the 3 West Ham boys. And a fantastic price. I can't believe some of the prices these are coming on.
Yeah, I know. It's an amazing price. It really is. And your opportunity to own true pieces of British
history. Yeah.
Really is. There's no sign. I mean, the World Cup's about to start. We all pray and have our fingers crossed the boys are going to do us proud. Hope they do. We've had some setbacks in World Cup. But at the moment, these boys are the only ones who have ever won the World Cup for England. And sadly, as more and more of them leave us, we're left with a legacy that can never, ever be replaced. That is a fabulous
And like you say, we know a couple of lads. We've worked with George Cohen. We've worked with Martin Peters, done signings. They're friends, George.
Lovely
I mean,
guys.
these are iconic things. This never going to happen again.
I don't know if you agree. I've always thought that in actual fact, England 1966, items generally signed are very undervalued at the moment. As time goes on and the penny drops, believe me, my tip is buy anything you can
World
to
Cup.
do with them.
But it's like you say, as each year goes past, unfortunately, they pass away, some of the lads. People haven't got them, and they think, Jesus, I never got one at the time. And then that's when they're scrambling to get one, and that's when the price starts going up.
There's an insatiable demand. And once the demand exceeds the availability, inevitably, can't guarantee it, and don't buy them for speculation, but inevitably the prices creep up.
That's right.
And that's what will happen.
That's right.
But moving on from Sir Jeff Hurst, staying with the same theme, the England team, this, of course, I think is a great item.
Oh, fantastic.
This is 300,684. It's again to do with the England 1966 World Cup winners, but again, you've got a genuine first day cover that was produced in honour of the achievement from Gibraltar. It's been stamped on the first day of issue. A percentage of the original sales went to the Bobby Moore Foundation as well. And then you've got the genuine signatures where you can see them, can't you? Maybe you want to talk about that. If you look at those, maybe we can zoom in and we'll see them signatures again around the piece there, because as you look at those...
well, basically it's signed by Nobby Stiles, George Cohen, our mate George Cohen, Ray Wilson, Jack Charlton down the bottom, and Alan Ball next to him, where the limited edition number is. Fortunately, Alan Ball's not with us no more.
No.
I mean, this is a great price. You've got 5 of the World Cup team there, 5 of the 11 there. That's literally half of the team. And look at that price on that.
It's amazing. And again, irreplaceable. You can't replace it. Once they've gone, that is it.
The lads are getting older year by year. I've heard that Nobby Stiles is not too well at the moment because they're all getting older. I mean, like I say, along that top line there, you got on the right-hand side Ray Wilson. Again, you're looking at these signatures. They're not like modern day. You can actually see it says Nobby Stiles, George Cohen,
you get a full
Ray
signature,
Wilson.
don't
That's
you?
it, and that's how they used to sign in the old days. Not a squiggle now with a number underneath.
And once, as you can see, it's a limited edition, this, and we have literally got the last bare handful. Once they're gone, can never ever be replaced in this format. 300,684, great one there, framed and mounted, all those fabulous here, 5 original signatures from members of that England match-winning and history-creating team, £99. It's a great item. But we've got to move on, because we've still got loads more to show you. Now we're moving on, of course, to the road signs. We're going to show you these are a new idea, aren't they? This one, of course, is Liverpool. This is the Anfield, picture of Anfield here, which is, should we hold that up? Shall I hold that up? You can talk about it then. There it is. Basically, great item again. And there it is. You've got the, well, of course, as you can see, of Anfield. And basically what you've got, would you want to explain that?
Yes, it's basically, it's like a road sign. It tells you Anfield and their postcode, Liverpool Football Club. The liver bird on there, Liverpool. It's literally a road sign that we framed up with a couple of images, and there's a little plaque in the middle that tells you exactly who signed that. Amongst others on there is Salah, Mane, Firmino. It's a great item, this one, and we don't put a lot of these together. These are exclusive.
Well, again, it's a great one for a fan, a dedicated fan, or a collector, whichever way you look at it, to actually take.
That's right.
To actually get some signatures and hang something.
I mean, this one
very
is Salah.
different.
Salah's there, the one that everybody wants. I mean, it's a great item. I mean, again, it tells you exactly on the bottom here who signed it. You've got 2 celebration images again, and again, like we said before, if you want a particular image on there, you can request it, and if we can, we'll give you the images that you want.
Can't go wrong, can you? A great item. Something very, very different, but again, very, very, very collectible. You cannot go wrong with that. Look at it. It's stunning. It really is. The number for this is 300 685. I think it's a terrific item, don't you?
Again, it's ready to go,
Absolutely
as well.
superb.
Ready to hang straight on the wall, that one.
Yeah, can't go wrong. It is a great one to add to any collection. Maybe you've got a bar or a restaurant or a theme business, or maybe you've just got a shrine at home. But wherever it is, these make fabulous gifts. They really do. But have a little think about that. Anfield, you know the name, worldwide. And there it is, a great image of Anfield Road. All those terrific signatures. And again, you'll get the map telling you who signed it and where they've signed it. But moving on, and their big rivals, of course, there we have, of course, down there, Manchester United and, of course, Old Trafford. Can't go wrong, can you?
It's again, it's a similar item, Gary. It's signed by Sanchez and different players on there. Old Trafford, postcode, Manchester United, the club badge up in the top corner. It's like it's a tin replica road sign. Again, with your images on there. I mean, we're FA Cup finalists this year.
Yeah.
Sanchez seems to have found his little touch again. I mean, they're a great side, Man United.
Yeah.
Always going to be up there, you know, about masses and masses of supporters around the world, Manchester United. And again, a unique item.
They are still vying, aren't they, with Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester, who they all claim who is the biggest club in the world, fan base-wise. I'm not sure. It seems to fluctuate where it would tell the story, but those three clubs are worldwide.
But if you remember from when we was kids, wherever you supported, you knew Man United, you knew Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much Barcelona, but Real Madrid. Yeah. They was the clubs that are still now, from when we was kids, are still huge clubs. And Manchester United always will be.
Yeah, and you've got all that history all those fabulous players, everything about them. It's really fabulous. And I reckon these, I've never seen these in the flesh before. No. But really, they look fabulous. I mean, you know, my son's one of these Southerners who's a Man U fan.
They all are.
yeah. And he would love something like that, you know. I remember when he was a kid, we used to meet, didn't we, sometimes? It used to cost me a fortune. You used to have to go and buy the tickets, take them to Manchester, stay in the hotel for 2 days. And he was like the only kid, and he got occasionally through people like you and a few other friends, maybe get to meet the players. I remember one day we were in the hotel, and David Beckham went in with Victoria to have dinner next to us. That was like, how that worked, but they must have known we were there.
You was there.
Yeah.
He knew I was there.
They gone to a different hotel.
He knew I was there, gone the other way. He knew I was there.
Right. Oh my God, no, not them. But there it is, Old Trafford, great road sign there, signed by all the players. I tell you, it's a great one. Whoever you get it for, and where would you go? You know, where would you go? Go ask yourself, where would you go normally to buy any of these items? You can't get in your car and drive down the local shopping mall. They're going to be there. You know, you can't go down the high street. They ain't going to be there. Occasionally, you might get a specialist shop, collector's shop, but very, very rare. And of course, then you have to ask yourself, how do I know it's real? That's the next question. Right. All that worries, all those doubts are taken away when you buy them here on www.benham.tv. Do remember you can follow us as well on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, and do go on that website www.benham.tv. It's constantly changing because obviously items sell out, we replace them, and with people like Andy, we're constantly bringing new ones on. So have a little look at that.
And all these items are on the website currently.
Yep.
And like you say, be updated as and when we do.
Yeah. Yep. But you've got to be quick. The one thing advice I give you, I hate letting you down, so don't disappoint. If you see something you want or you think, I know I'd love that for a gift, get it. Because otherwise you could miss out and we cannot guarantee bringing it back. Now, coming up now, we've got a whole range of photographs I'm going to run you through here. This is just a few of them. We thought with the World Cup coming up and imminent and the season sort of drawing to a close, all the winners, we'd bring you some of the top names. But basically each one of these great photographs, aren't they? This one 300 687, that's Kevin De Bruyne there. And again, great price, signed up, ready to just put in a frame and put on your wall.
These are high quality glossy photos, 12 by 8 inches. I don't know what that is in millimetres because they didn't have that when I was at school. It was feet and inches, man.
From memory, I think these fit basically about an A4 frame.
It's an A4. It's a 12-8 photo. Again, great image there, De Bruyne. He's had a fantastic season at Man City. He's another one of these who Mourinho didn't fancy when he had him at Chelsea, like Salah. Who's come back to Brighton and you know what? He's a great player. He's had a great season.
Yeah, he's a great player. And then moving on, of course, from Kevin De Bruyne, we have another player who's been a great player, isn't he? 300 688. This is, of course, Dele Alli. Of course, started at MK Dons. He's come on a bit since then, hasn't he?
That's right. I remember seeing him at MK Dons. Me and the lovely Leslie. We was up there. We'd done a show down in Milton Keynes, and the young lads was up there having their breakfast.
Oh, really?
And I remember looking at it and was talking to a young lad, and it was Dele Alli. He was only a kid then.
Oh, wow.
But a great potential. Again, this is another one. They played against Manchester United in the FA Cup. He had a stormer rally.
Yeah.
He played a fantastic game. Tottenham picked him up. Man United didn't even bother with him, and the rest is history. I mean, recently he scored a great goal in the FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, he's a great player.
One of our lads for the World Cup. Let's hope he does the business.
There's a lot of English hopes pinned on him, and Kane and people like that.
Yeah.
But if you want a great image there of Dele Alli to put in a collection, or maybe you're building a collection, maybe you want a few to put with your team around the wall, we'll bring you the opportunity to do that. They're all sold individually, but if it was me, I'd buy 2 or 3 and wrap them on the wall upstairs. They look brilliant, and they turn heads. But where would you go to get them? Remember, they're all genuinely hand signed. Moving on though from Dele Alli, we of course move on next to where we at
Pogba,
now.
we got
Paul Pogba, of course. Again, this is 300, 689, £69.99. But again, Pogba, when he's on song, is some player.
I mean, you look at Pogba, he's infuriating. That's a good word, isn't it, for me?
Yeah.
He could be annoying. Sometimes when he's playing for Man United, he can look the best player in the world, and then he can look the laziest player in the world.
Yeah,
potentially. I don't know with him, Pogba. I think he's overestimated, but it's a great photo. So for any Man United fans, it's a must-have again.
It is. It certainly is, and of course sets it alight when he plays for France as well.
He's been in the World Cup this year.
He's a great player. He is a great player when he says. Some of the players, I think the continental players, when they come here, the football's played at such a pace, with so many tackles that maybe are a bit heavy. You wouldn't get away with it in France or Italy or Spain.
They don't play that way.
So I think it takes a while to readjust, doesn't
exactly,
it, at times?
Yeah.
But moving on from Paul Pogba, great photograph. We also have another great one, of course, Alexis Sanchez. Of course, it was a great player at Arsenal. I expect you're still crying that leaves him.
I loved him, Sanchez. I still do. I mean, when he went to Manchester United, when he left us, he had a little bit of a dip in form when they're saying, well, this and that about him. Sanchez is Sanchez. A recent FA Cup semi-final, we played brilliant. He was the best player on the field. He gives 100% for whoever he's playing for. Yeah. Great player, great signature, a great action shot. Again, it's all that same size, 12 by 8 inches, high quality, glossy photo.
Can't go wrong. 300 690 will bring you Alexis Sanchez, their great personally signed photograph. £69.99. Can't go wrong. Also, we're again going back to our shirts. This guy, again, is a legend. We thought with the World Cup coming up, we called it Legends. We had to have something of him in here. And, of course, this is 300 691. And by the side of my little chubby chops, of course, is the man himself, Pelé. Great signature there. They've got that telltale yellow Brazil shirt that frightens the life out of everybody when they're on song, doesn't it? And what a player he is. He's done quite a lot of special sort of lunches and dinners and travelling around. So he's become a little bit more available, hasn't he?
Well, he was over last year at the NEC, if you remember. The Collector Mania, Sport Mania show there last summer at NEC. And he was mobbed. I mean, he was a very, very dear price to sit and get a photo. I think it was a couple of £100 to go and get a photo with him and a signature. Then, like you say, he does a couple of dinners while he's here to justify, coming over. Yeah. But he was mobbed. The thing sold out completely because, as you say, it's Pelé.
Yeah. Where else would you go if you're building a serious collection, or certainly if you've got a room or a bar or a business where you're displaying items like this, you've got to have Pelé. Personally signed shirt there, ready to just put in a frame, hang it on your wall, and turn heads. Can't go.
Thing is, as well with that one, Gazza, you don't need a map or an explanation to see who signed it.
No,
it says Pelé. It says
he's very clear, isn't he? He is very clear. You just hold them for me 1 minute. What we're going to do also now, we've got so many of these. I'm going to literally whip through these. But these, if you go on the website, you'll see these. Do you want to hold them? We'll take them off your side. Go on. Talking to ourselves here. First of all, this one I'm holding now is 300 800. This is Mohamed Salah again. Great photograph of him. Look at that. £69.99. Same as all the others. Fabulous image of him there. Look. Can't go wrong. Just look at that. Fabulous shot. Look at that. Isn't it stunning? Again, any fan's going to love that of Liverpool. I'll put that down because the next one is in Andy's hands there. Yeah, do you want that? There, of course, we've got Mane, another great Liverpool player. Been really a revelation for Liverpool. The number for this one is 300,801. And again, this is £69.99. Can't go wrong. And then moving on.
I think we've got another Liverpool one there, haven't we?
We've got another one. Everything's going everywhere.
Oh, fingers and thumbs. I'll have this one.
Fingers and thumbs, just as normal. We've got so many. I just wanted to sneak these on to let you see them. Then, of course, another Liverpool player. This is Firmino, another terrific player. Scored some quite important, well, very important goals, isn't he? Really,
it's had a great season. As we said, Liverpool have had a really, really good season, and these are the three lads who are their main three players.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Again, that is £69.99, and the number for Firmino is 308.02.
Let me take that one, Gazza.
To you, yeah. Then we have another one. This is Dele Alli's partner in crime, if you're well, not crime, jokingly, in certainly for Spurs, and we hope also for England, Harry Kane. Again, a terrific image here. This is 308.03. And again, celebrating one of his many goals there, £69.99.
That's what you could do with that one, Gaz. If you're lucky enough to get one of these, you could go up to the training ground and get Dele Alli to sign it as well.
Yeah, sure. Or buy the other one and do a pair.
Yeah,
then, of course, we're running out of time, so I'm going to try and whip through these. This is 308.04. This is Eden Hazard, of course, of Chelsea fame there. Great image of him. Can't go wrong. Look at that. Remember, all of these are personally signed. We'll move on because we've got to whip through.
And you say all these guys are on the website as well?
Yeah, they'll all be on the website, www.benham.tv. Then we've got what's his Murata, isn't it?
Yeah.
Murata. Yeah, Murata. Sounds like a thing, the Murata. I said about rapping, didn't it? So, I am available for parties for my rapping skills, but don't think they'll get many bookings. No. But there he is, if you're a Chelsea fan, Murata, whatever you want to call him, you know who he is. Again, scored some critical goals. Unfortunately, got injured at a bad point, really.
He's back in the side.
308.05 will bring you Murata. Then we're moving on. We've got this, of course, Marcus Rashford. This is 308.06. Look at that fabulous image of him. I'm going to move on. Lots more still. That's Marcus Rashford. Then we've got, is it Heinrich Mkhitaryan, isn't it?
Nice one.
From Arsenal, yeah. Good job I can get my false teeth in today. Yeah, managed to clear that one. There he is in his, now of course in his Arsenal kit, but of course, I think he did well for Man United as well.
Come on this year. This is the proven year for him again this year. New club, new start. Let's see what happens.
This is 308.07, again £69.99. Then we had another Arsenal fan, Lacazette, is it?
Yeah, Lacazette, yeah.
He's also another French international, yeah. And again, looked quite useful since he come to Arsenal.
Again, it's the proving season next year. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
And again, this one, again, same price, £69.99. Remember, they're all available on that website, www.benham.tv. Go on there and you will see them there. Then we've got another one. We saw the boot, remember, earlier. This is Aubameyang, isn't it?
Ambanyang.
That's like a number 74 in a certain restaurant.
Just say he's number 14.
Yeah, number 14. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know who he is, and maybe he scored a critical goal against your club. You wish he hadn't. But again, a great image, 308.09 will bring you that stunning image of him. Look at that. Then moving on, down here, we have something, we couldn't fit these in, but we have these also for you. We have, like the ones you saw earlier, these will come framed and mounted. This one, of course, is Manchester United. That, again, same principle as the ones at the start of the show you saw. Can't go wrong. Again, all those great signatures there for you. Look at that, as you talk around that. Yeah. Look at that, as you say. You remember, you'll get a map that will tell you exactly who's signed it and where they've signed it.
If you just switch it around quickly, Gaz, because what we'll have is on the reverse, behind where the signature is.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just turn that round.
You'll have the signature, you'll have the map telling you exactly round the back there where they've all signed.
Yeah, brilliant.
So once you turn it over, you can look this one at the front here. You look at that's Mane, his name will be on the back there.
Yeah, great. That's your Manchester United, and the number again for your Manchester United one is 308.10. That's 308.10. That great team, man. Any Man U fan would love that. Or, of course, Andy there is holding same principle. But this, of course, is Liverpool. And again, you've got the signatures, as you explained. They'll be around there.
On the map at the back. Like I say, Mane's at the top there. On the reverse will be the name. Each one going round to each signature, so you know exactly who they are.
Yeah. Now these have been a revelation. We know you do a lot of the you do some of the shows and the conventions around the country now, and these I know have proven really popular with the fans.
Well, they're a great seller. Again, it's something that's much smaller than a shirt. People like to have a multi-sign shirt to put on the wall. As we explained earlier, logistically they're getting harder. This is a smaller item. It's 16, 12 in inches.
Yeah.
You can go and buy a frame for whatever you want to spend on it. It's ready to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
It's not a massive big thing when the missus says, "Oh, you ain't having that in here." You can get one of these.
Or the
you
husband.
Can,
Never know these
whoever,
days,
you never know. But this goes straight on the wall. It's a good size.
Yeah, it's really... The number for this is 300 811, and it's the Liverpool mounted sort of action team photograph, really, there. Multi-signed. Remember, every one of these is hand-signed. When we talk in this programme, throughout the whole of this programme, we say they're hand-signed, personally signed. That means each player has individually held that in his hand and personally signed it just for you. So it's a great way to get your signatures, and you know they're real. There's no ifs, no buts. You know they're real. You get your certificate of authenticity all wrapped up with it together, so you know you're getting no ifs, no worries, all taken away. And the great name, of course, of Aftal.
All the backup of Aftal, which is your mate. That's all you need.
Have a little Google. It's spelled AFTAL.
Yep.
If you didn't see it at the beginning of the show, you will see that is your proof and everything that it is real. Over there, we also have the boot there coming up of Alexis Sanchez, which is up the top where he is.
There,
He's appeared. He sneaked in when I weren't looking there. See, there's the magic of TV, eh? There he is, Alexis Sanchez there. Again, great one, great boot.
It's a nice image. Again, it's the Nike boot. It's a particular boot that he wears. Nice image of Sanchez. Nice little plaque there. Authentic signature. Alex Sanchez. Nice action picture in his United kit. And again, it's like one of these unique items. It's a unique bit of framing. Nobody else has this framing. Again, it's ready to go. And at the price, I mean, if you're a supporter of Manchester United, I mean, it's $1 million. I mean, these are totally unique items.
The other thing about them, I noticed, it is like a box frame. It's very deep, isn't it, to fit the ball, and you got the images with it. So it really do. They look fabulous. And anyone, I mean, they make terrific gifts. And as I say, I've never seen them anywhere else. You said they're unique to you.
The lad up in Newcastle, Drew, makes them for us. He's another dude. I've known him a long, long time. He does a fantastic price for them, and they're totally unique. And on the covering on them, it's not glass, it's Perspex. So they're a safe item to have in the house. It's not going to fall off the wall and shatter. Do sort of intermingle and get in touch with us, and we will always get back to you as quickly as we can. Just briefly, I know we're running out of time a bit, but do tell us just briefly again, Aftal, for anyone who's joined us. I'm sure you'll have Googled it. You may well have seen it at the beginning, but it really is a name to look out for if you're buying collectibles, isn't it? It's like Gaza says. I'm a registered dealer. Gazza's a registered dealer. There's not many members or registered dealers of Aftal in the country or in the world. No. It's a UK-based organisation. It's governed. It's very, very strict. They don't let anybody in without completely checking them out. No. It's an exclusive club to be in, and it's 1,000,000% guarantee for anybody. Like Gazza says, Google it. You'll see there's so many dealers on there. Have a look at them first, and you'll realise what a backup they are. And it's vital in this industry. To have this sort of backup. Yeah, it is, without doubt. And do remember, if you're buying any of these items as a gift, maybe you've never thought of them as collectibles, you're just buying it as a gift. You know someone, all the millions of people out there worldwide who support a specific club, this is your opportunity to seriously think about buying them something they'll always cherish, they'll always remember, and it's something that it is real. It's unique as well, buying art, unique. And remember, the other thing, as Andy said, every one of them is individual. Although we've got obviously lots, we've got varying amounts of the signed shirts, the signed pictures, the signed boots. Whichever one it is, the signature's never in the same place. If it's multi-sign, the signatures vary. So wherever you buy them and whenever you buy them, the key thing is you can actually get them, and you're safe, 100% safe, knowing that what you've bought has the tip-top provenance and it is real. Keep the certificates, keep the paperwork, never let it go. That's right, that's right. And like Gazza says, the mounts, The road signs, they're complete one-offs. There would never be another one. They'd be similar, but it won't be the same signatures, the same place.
Yeah.
Totally unique items, these are.
Sure. Do remember, we've still got around us, as you look around the set here, have a little tip back through the show and see what we've got. But all these boots, as you can see, they look fantastic. Obviously, we had Cristiano Ronaldo, we had Eric Cantona early, we've had Salah, we've had all these great players. Next to me now, we've got Hazard there, we've got, as I said, Cantona, Sanchez up the top.
Got Ronaldo this side.
Yeah.
You got Harry Kane. You got Mbanyang. It's a fantastic selection.
It really is. And do remember, everything comes to you with a certificate of authenticity and a lifetime guarantee. And it will have. It's not like buying them blind on certain internet sites. You go on there, you'll get a piece of paper. It's probably got an email address or best maybe
Sometimes
a
it
mobile.
doesn't even have that, Gaz.
Yeah, and you don't. And people go, "Oh, that's a lovely certificate," and we've both seen it, haven't we?
They knock them out.
You do.
Knock them out at home on a piece of paper.
But you don't know, who are they? What's their name? Don't know. Where they live? Don't know. What's their phone number? Don't know. You know all of that now when you buy them here, and that is the key thing. You don't have to buy them with us. But if you want real, genuine collectibles, we've both been doing it a long time. You know that you get the real thing when you buy them here on Benham TV.
That's right.
Do have a little look at that website as well, www.benham.tv. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. It's great. Listen, it's great to have your company again, mate.
Nice
great
again,
to see
mate.
you
We'll
back.
have to do it
Running
again
out
soon.
of time, but no, it's great to have you. And do let us know, because I know you're going to bring us some other great sport items items, over the weeks and months again. And remember, you can see these shows any point. Go check the website, it'll tell you when they're on, and you can see them intermittently, or you can just stop the website and watch what you want to watch, when you want to watch it, anywhere in the world. Can't go wrong. It really don't come any better. Keep an eye out for Andy at some of the shows. You might get a chance to meet him in the flesh. He may even let you give him a kiss and a quick signature if you ask him nicely. Great to have your company, mate.
Nice one, mate.
See you soon.